buddy. Man, I'm getting everything set up, getting the socials pushed out, ready to go. Give me about 10 mics. Oh, well, no. Seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it. We're in the house. Get this screen off. The desktop audio out of there. Boom. Good evening. How are we doing? Woo! Boy, man. What a day. What a day. Getting buckled in, strapped in, locked and loaded. There we go. So the hamburger meat's not sticking out. How was your day, McJunkin? There you go. It is here, man. Actually, it's been raining for the past 2 to 3 days, and man, we've just much needed rain and kind of cooled things off and everything like that. So that's good, man. It's super hot here too. It's nice to have a break from the heat. So yeah, we'll continue on that conversation. I feel like McJunkin last night, you know, we got into a lot, but I think there's more to expand on, you know, kind of what we were talking about. And I know we had some other conversations and everything, but I got all my notes pulled up in my video and had a lot of good feedback, had a lot of good reception from other people that watched. And a lot of people don't watch it live. They go back and watch the video afterwards and give feedback and things like that. And that which really helps me out. So gives me time to answer some questions and go over things of how things went. But I think we'll go in more to the detail and the history of, you know, of the Marine Corps and that Vietnam era and everything, and how, you know, we talked about Full Metal Jacket and how it played off and just how it goes and rolls on to that. Busy, 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 feeding these old devil dogs and other veterans. Oh, that's right. Yep. Do you do that on a certain day, or is it just a random type thing that you do that? I think I remember you telling me about that, what y'all do, the community and everything, but I didn't know if it was like a set thing or you just say, hey, I'm ready to do it now. Speaking of food, I did not get to eat before before I booted up and everything too, so I'm gonna be starving. To be starving. Oh man, you had me cracking up that last night, man. That was crazy. Extreme Marine. I joined the Marine Corps in January of 1973. Let's get some of that. Nice, nice. 10 years before I was born. Born in 83. Semper Fi Devil Dog, welcome. Hey, we were going over McJunkin. Man, we had some good conversation going on last night, and just about that we went over Full Metal Jacket, Extreme Marine, and just that Vietnam era and boot camps and myths and facts and what happened. Guys like you, man, you can, and even Junkin and all of us, really, you can really get into some history and how it was back in those days. And I appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad that that you came in. Appreciate that. Hit that like and share, comment, subscribe button if you hadn't, man. I really appreciate it. That's all I was telling the guys and the gals last night. That's all I need. That's all I need from you guys. Oh, great movie. And I was telling them, like, a lot of my stuff got copyrighted. We went back and watched some of my video that I edited and tweaked so it wouldn't get copyrighted, and just went over a lot of things that only, you know, in the Marine Corps that you can stand. Wrong button. So yeah, it's a good movie. All right, tell me what's the difference that you saw? I know you were there in that time frame and everything. So what you got? I'd love to talk to you about it, because you're going to know more than me. Know more than me. Barbecue ribs, pulled pork, brisket, pinto beans, mac and cheese, fried taters, yeast rolls, and homemade triple chocolate. My goodness, McJunkin. Wow. That's some food right there, brother. That is awesome. You're going to make me hungry, man. That is good. That's a better meal than you would get in the Marine Corps Chow Hall, right? That is. Whew. I'm gonna see if our there were 3 drill instructors screaming in your face, not just one. Yes, 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And as we were discussing last night, you know, it's still a movie, and you know there was still a direction that Stanley Kubrick had to go in that movie. And you're right, it's not just one single drill instructor. You're getting attacked from multiple angles, not just your senior drill instructor. Your senior drill instructor did that stuff. Man, those kill hats and stuff, those green belts, they would wear you out. That was their job. So you're right. I agree with that. It's not just one. And we had a senior and 2 green belts, and latter part of training we picked up a new drill instructor, just to kind of come in. I think he just graduated drill instructor school right at the very end. He was kind of bouncing around from different platoon, and but yeah, one time there were 4. Oh, welcome. Boot camp June 22nd to September 7th, 1971. Oh man, welcome. Yeah, we were talking about Extreme Marine here as well. 1973. And we were talking about the Marine Corps in that era of Vietnam, and last night we were talking about Full Metal Jacket and some of the facts versus myth versus, you know, what is real and what is not real, and some similarities that we all can agree on, even back to that day, even to I went through in 2001. Man, thank you for stopping by, Paul. I appreciate that, man. How are you tonight, or wherever you're at? I know it's about 1800 around where I'm from, Central Standard Time. Glad you're stopping by. But that's what we're kind of tonight, the direction kind of I wanted to talk about with you guys, and we'll go back into the movie. And I feel like we didn't get enough time to get everything out, so we'll go back into more details of how the Marines played a part in Vietnam, what was their part, and how boot camp uh, during Vietnam switched and changed, and the mission and the goal of what they were trying to do to send those Marines over to Vietnam, and how they shortened boot camp, how they did everything like that. And then after Vietnam, of course, back to the normal training schedule. So I appreciate that, man. I'm not sure if Grumpy's going to be joining us tonight. He said he had a meeting tonight. So, and there's another devil dog. Hopefully, he's here in Reveille about right now, and he's getting up, and he'll try to catch us on the front end or the back end of the stream. I know I've been trying to kind of push it back earlier and earlier for him, and time zone differences. So hopefully he'll tune in. He goes back and watches the videos anyway. So you're being called to the quarterdeck, sir. My drill instructors were never maniacal, but they wanted us to get into our minds that everything they tried to teach us had a real purpose. It wasn't to be cruel, but to pass down knowledge. McJunkin, you couldn't have said it any better. Now, some of mine were crazy. We called one of them the Tasmanian Devil, because he had a tattoo of Tasmanian Devil Looney Tunes on his shoulder. But you're right. They wanted to teach you, and passing down that knowledge of what they learned and their experience in the Marine Corps and their time and whatever they saw, whatever they did, passing it down to future generations. And that's how the Marine Corps, holds on to those traditions and the history so much, is because we pass knowledge down, knowledge transfer, right? That's even from Marines to today. I've done some videos going back to 1920, and then going back to Firewatch, and Quonset huts, and just the purpose of what we're doing, why we're doing it. 1942 to 1944 Marine Corps Raiders, how they've had an effect. Marine Corps Raiders today. Whoa, Potcher. Good evening, sir. How are you? Semper Fi. Welcome back in here, my brother. We have some new devil dogs join us. I know there's one 1971, 1973, and he was pointing out, I was telling him about Full Metal Jacket and that Vietnam era boot camp, and is there in the movie there was only one most of the time. I think there was another one you can kind of see in the background, but like there's more than one drill instructor screaming in your face. I just got back and put the chicken and the mushrooms on the grill. Man, y'all need to stop talking about food. McJunkin has ribs, brisket, barbecue, pork, fried potatoes, chocolate cake, I think, yeast rolls, and pinto beans. Man, y'all are making me starving. I didn't get anything to eat before I started, so I'll be drinking water and hydrating. We were put in an ammonia locker, a 3-gallon pail with ammonia in a wall locker. A recruit would step in backwards so he was facing the locker door. 6 wall lockers. Drill instructors would open the door. And you went through that in 1973? Man, that is wild to hear stories like that from Marine Corps. What was what was the purpose of that? I'm just curious. I'm always curious to learn the reason why, or if there was a purpose or there was not a purpose. Maybe it wasn't. Every Marine who is worth his weight in the Corps should do all they can do to teach them Marines how to fight, how to stay alive, how to survive, and even how to make it as a civilian. McJunkin, I think we got a lot of the mindset alike, my brother. And that's kind of, where the goals and the vision for this channel is teaching incoming Marines and you know, and of course how to fight and how to stay alive and how to battle mental awareness and life as it comes at you, because it is not easy for some of us, and how to make it as a civilian, how to transfer what you learned into the civilian realm, and how to make you a decent human being and be a part of society and giving back to society. um I think that is so key, man. We're 100% agreeing on that. And you know, and that's what the brotherhood's for, calling on your brothers, checking in on your brothers. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a text, email, phone call, just being in community. And that's not just the Marine Corps, that's all military. Is, it's tough sometimes, and we all face different battles, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. We all need help, man. And it's just having a safe environment where we can come and we can laugh and talk and joke, smoking and joking, that old saying. And but yet at the end of the day, if one brother is in need, we help them. Yeah, mental fortitude. Yep, I'm with that. I thought Full Metal Jacket was spot on when I was punched, slapped, kicked, titty twisters every time I screwed up. They give you old purple nurple in boot camp. Holy cow! I have not seen Grumpy in here yet. Remember, Grumpy had some kind of course or class. You know what that means. He had to do himself. Gunpowder, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, man. How are you? Good to see you back in here, man. Like I was. Oh, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Devil dog. Grumpy, what's up, my brother? Your ears must have been burning, man. Potcher's looking for you. How'd that education class go for you? We cook and feed our veterans community and these younger generations in JROTC and other military youth organizations 3 meals a day, 6 days a week. Holy cow, McJunkin. You are putting in the work, my man. You are putting in the work, and that is amazing. There is there is a way that we do give locally, and like I said, for one of my sponsors right over here, you can see Waze Energy Drink. They're doing the same thing, McJunkin, as well, with another local nonprofit organization called Fifth Squad, and they do that same thing, man. And that's, they're helping veterans and, trying to do that. And I think, my calling and my heart of doing this and switching my YouTube and switching my thing is to do that, is reach people like that. Whether it's on the internet, on YouTube or whatever the case might be. If I can help somebody and have a good time and laugh and joke and do some stuff, man, I think playing my part, doing my part of what I can do, where my heart's at, but my heart is for veterans and community too. I get it. Young men is really got a heart for me. It's teaching the next generation. You guys know I have 2 boys, and just training them up in this wild west world we live in, but also influencing other young men in the community as well. And I do enjoy that. Protecting and serving, man. It's in my heart since I joined the Marine Corps. Grumpy's got a break. Make sure you hydrate. Make sure you hydrate, Grumpy. No, just honoring a commitment I made to a brother Marine who perished in Beirut back in '83. I got you, McJunkin. That is honor, courage, and commitment right there. Our core values, right? That's awesome. And then you're teaching other younger men and generations and JROTC or in the community how to serve well and how to serve others, you know? Oh, yeah. Junkin's on it. I love that. That motivates me, McJunkin. That motivates me to do this and to continue on and to, you know, to try to give back and do things. And I know that it starts at a local level, community level, then a state level, and then a national level too. Yep. We need to have a better mindset. I think of that too, especially in the world we live in today. Because they all give flack and get a bad rap and have a hard time, man. We all go through hard times, you know. I wish I had somebody there like that, you know, that did that type of thing. That's awesome. Apparently, I am severely dehydrated. Thirsty. Dog's asleep. It's raining outside. I missed my nap again. You know, so, I think you said your wife helps you do that as well, right? McJunkin, y'all all take part in that? How long have you been doing that? I'm just curious, or how did that get started, or who started it? I'm sure it sounds like a local organization here where I'm at as well. What they do. I'm gonna turn this fan on. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, that's very cool, man. I'm passing on down to them to show them that you can do more things that you never knew you could if you just want um feel a sense of purpose. Yeah, if you want to bad enough and just feel a sense of purpose. That's on your heart, right, McJunkin? And you know, it doesn't matter what it is. If that's on your heart and you're calling, nothing's going to stop you. And especially if you've got that Marine Corps spirit, that ethos that we're doing, never stop, never give up, never quit. Um, no, man, you're living it, brother. You are living it. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you doing things like that. Like I said, it motivates me. Grumpy, what you been doing, man? How was your day? Doing good? Good. Um, Extreme Marine. I don't know if he's still in here or not, but where are y'all from? Oh, there you are. Okay, speak of. We had a recruit that was caught smoking in the bathroom while on fire watch at night by the officer of the day. He got 7 days CC. Holy smokes! Got caught smoking in the bathroom on fire watch. My question is, how did you get cigarettes into boot camp? How'd you do it? That's like the jelly donut. We talked about that. We know where the jelly donut came from in Full Metal Jacket. We knew where that came from. It came from the chow hall. Why they had it in the chow hall, I don't know. Probably for civilians and other stuff, but New Mexico has a lot of poverty. I understand from where I'm from down south in Mississippi, it's the same way. We have the same thing. Also had a recruit die of pneumonia. Wow. You've got some interesting stories there, Extreme Marine. Brings a lot of perspective into boot camp and training. That was back in the day, right? 71, you said? tough too. A buddy Marine of mine from the 22nd MEU. Hey, I was 2-2 MEU as well. That lost his life 3 days after the bombing in Beirut in 1983. Asked me to give him some water and a bite of food before he took. McJunkin, brother, that's tough, man. That's tough. That is tough, my brother. And you know, I don't know how you do that or how that plays out, but man, you're a warrior. You're a warrior for keeping up his legacy. In the 70s, smokers were issued a carton of smokes. Really? It, like, as part of training? Like when you got to training? Interesting. Okay, 73 Extreme Marine. I'm sorry. I knew it was set. I think Paul said he was 71 and then you said you were 73. Never forgot that feeling of helplessness of not being able to give him anything. Yeah. Dude, that's motivation for you, you know? That is motivation for what you do today, giving back. There's Mike. Mike, what's up? How are you? Man, we are doing good. We're doing good, man. We are in here just talking about the brotherhood and talking about cigarettes in boot camp. Which I said that they were issued in the 70s, and that's wild. So let me ask you this, Paul and Extreme. You know, you saw the group got caught smoking on Firewatch and bathroom. Were they given smoke breaks? Yeah, McJunkin he's a warrior. We had a smoking lamp lit for one cigarette when we were third phase. Ah, okay, all right. That's some very good history that I did not know about in the 70s. I appreciate that. And like you said, we're passing down knowledge and we're learning together. So, Mike Mike Murphy. Yeah. I didn't have anything like that. And I know some recruits got sent some crazy stuff in the mail, but we didn't have cigarettes or anything. There we go. Mike, how are you doing? You have a good day? So when I got my discharge, I went to school for emergency medical tech, EMT. Did that for 2 years and became a paramedic and finally a flight medic. Very cool. That's awesome. I know some flight medics around here as well locally. That motivated you to do something. How long did you do that for? That's pretty cool, McJunkin. Oh, if y'all know any other, I know McJunkin and a couple other guys, uh, and share that and share the stream and get these guys in here, man. There's some good stuff like that stuff right there of what McJunkin is doing and how he's giving back and passing down that knowledge. And we're talking, and I'm learning stuff about boot camp in the 70s. Good, Mike. I'm glad you're doing well today, man. Glad you're here again. Well, I appreciate your support. First day in a couple weeks with no storm. We have actually got um we've had rain the past Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we're like 3 or 4 days in of it raining, which is very odd. It either rains or it doesn't rain, and then now we'll get no rain for 2 months. Wild. But yeah, I get that. Still hot here though. Still hot. Saved money from working side jobs for the hospital and bought a military field kitchen in 1988 and started just feeding homeless vets one meal a day, 1 day a week, and it got bigger. That is absolutely phenomenal. Do y'all do any fundraising or anything, McJunkin? I mean, locally, I'm just curious. That's very cool. You started that. That's putting in work. Dog is scared of the weather. He comes and sits by. Yeah, I believe elevation with storms increases arthritis pain. Makes it hard to get around, huh? I get you. I went to San Diego, MCRD San Diego. Drill instructor was running us over the fence, diving Navy boot camp, and we sang to the sailors. Dividing Navy boot camp, we sang to the sailors. Okay, so a little bit about me. I went to Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego as well, so I get it. And I think I've had some videos, um, you know, of Navy boot camp and what Marines, that are stationed with. This is not boot camp, but afterwards out in the fleet, just them doing some crazy things just like that. Extreme Marine. It still goes on to today. It still does it, and so it's funny, and just to watch those different errors and decades of time. Don't have to anymore. That's what these young cadets do for us. Plus, we had various veteran groups help too. Very cool. Okay, so it's almost like volunteer hours. That's really cool. Uh, I don't think so. I've not heard or seen. Let me check. No, I can't see just about everybody. Some people I can't see, but no, not yet. She's probably writing a letter to her baby boy that graduates in 2 weeks. I would imagine. Uh, I started a little bit earlier trying to get in for that one guy that I was telling y'all, big supporter of mine, big, just almost became friends with him, mentor type thing, has helped support me and things. So I'm trying to kind of catch him at a right time. So I went a little bit early. So I sacrificed eating a little bit to get some snacks, but hopefully they both join up and join in, and we can catch them. Uh, some talks, and I do have a video for some different kind of boot camps, and of just talking um about the differences. But Full Metal Jacket was where my heart was, and just going, man, what is, some of you guys y'all know the ins and out of that stuff, man. Y'all know more than I did. Somebody I think in here was telling me about the ironing on the EGA or ironing on the name tapes. We had to iron on our EGA and everything on our covers and everything, but they were sewn on for us on our blouses. So just a lot of difference. And like I said, and during boot camp during Vietnam, was short and condensed, sometimes 8 weeks, sometimes 9 weeks, to push the initial focus to get more Marines sent to Vietnam, so, which I find very interesting. Well, and McJunkin, I'm just kind of going over some of my notes here and just talking about the role that the Marine Corps played in Vietnam and everything. That medical advancements, they advanced medical facilities and secured medical facilities, and battlefield medicine, development of forward deployed surgical hospitals in Vietnam, and medvac helicopters and evacs and transport the wounded and everything. So a lot of that field medic and medical advancements were made in Vietnam, and the Marine Corps took a part of that too, going back and forth. And that picture that I got, those medvacs that the Marine Corps flew in and out, that is, I know you said you were an EMT and a paramedic and working at the hospital and stuff. So I think the Marine Corps, even back in Vietnam era and back then too, played a part in helping advance technology. Grandpa was in the Army, 101st Airborne in Korea and Vietnam. He said a guy kept complaining about protein. He said, you got to find your protein. He scooped up a handful of maggots. I've heard of that before. I've heard of a lot of stuff. My father-in-law was in Vietnam in the Army as well. So I've heard a lot of stories for him. Me and him talk a lot. Me and him, a lot of the stuff he asked me, what's going on and about my time in and his time in. So I've heard a lot of those stories. It was a wild world for our brothers and sisters in that meat grinder. Yeah. 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 I agree. It was tough, man. Super tough. I think there were some 81,000 Marines killed in action. I'm not 80 ish, 80, 85, maybe around there. I'm not 100%. I know more than that were wounded. No, wait, it's 85,000 wounded and 13,000 killed in action, and of just Marines. That's just Marines. But most definitely, our medical advances are or can be traced back to the past. Absolutely, absolutely, even to World War II and to things like that. I mean, I think we learn, um, different things every time we do. Um, every um, yeah. So we're always learning, always taking stuff. Hamburger Hill, Vietnam. Yes. Yep, Hamburger Hill. Yeah. I don't know too much about that, Mike. Wait, I just saw a comment from James and it went away. Where did it go? Floyd, are you here? I think James Floyd commented, but I saw the comment disappear. Saw it come up on my screen. This chat, man, sometimes it is weird. It is weird. James, if you're in here, man, I saw your chat, but then it disappeared. So hopefully you're still with us, man. I don't know what happened there. Unfamiliar. You can type in chat if you're still here. even from the time I remember working as an emergency EMT, the kinds of rapid advances in procedures are so much more than they were even just the decade earlier. Oh yeah, and I'm sure now it's a night and day difference. I got my focus from a friend's dad who did 2 stints over there, and he came back after Bouncing Betty took both his shins. Holy cow, Potcher! The stories, man. Goodness gracious. I'm still wondering where Floyd went. I know I saw Floyd's comment, man. That's got me worried. When I worked for the cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky, I had the privilege in helping the vets install the Vietnam Wall. So we have here, in my state, we have the traveling wall that stops by, on its route, and so I provided security for that, every year, and took part in that. Um, so yeah, I do know about that, Mike. That's very cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, we did the same thing. They had the traveling wall. Okay, there's Floyd. I served from 1971 to 75, so I missed the Vietnam War. All of our drill instructors were Vietnam veterans. Many of the officers, captains, and above. Yeah, I can imagine they would want those type to come back and train other Marines, right, Floyd? If I'm, you know, we're on the same track. They're gonna want people with experience and tactics and things of that era, and I could only imagine how tough that was. He was the coolest I ever met. Oh yeah, I bet, man. Some of those guys are. Gunpowder. What's up? NVA was brutal. They would tie KWs down and let. Yeah, I know. It is super scary, man. It is jungle warfare extreme. Um, that's tough, man. I do not envy that and those Marines or anyone that went through that. Not just the Marines, the military and everything. It was some tough times, man, and that's why those, you know, drill instructors and, like James was talking about, are just hardcore, just brutal, is because they witnessed it, they've been through it, so I get it, I understand it. Yeah, Mike, it's very cool, man, to watch that wall sets up around here, and they have ceremony, and very cool thing that I got to be a part of as well. Very cool. My first week as an EMT, the local law enforcement, PD, sheriff's department, or highway patrol didn't even have officers trained to go on raids with them back then. So we were going, yeah, that's like a TAC medic. They have them nowadays. They have a TAC medic that is attached to, almost like a Navy corpsman, right? I mean, you're a paramedic and everything, but you're willing to get in the fight, and you're willing to go with them and help. So yeah, they're very key in their role today. I do know that. But man, shout out to all the Navy corpsmen as well. Dude, those guys are awesome. Officers trained in emergency medicine. Yet got a flight doc, got a med doc. You got all those guys nowadays that are attached to any type of, you know, SWAT teams and your special operate. They're gonna have, those guys are going to be doing the same training that that the gunslingers and are gonna be doing. Yep. Oh yeah, 100%. And hats off to every one of them, man. Army, Air Force. I mean, they all have their specialty heads, and they were ready to get in the fight too. There you go. Need one more. Oh yeah. Hey, you still it. You're just in a different capacity, McJunkin. You're still it. You still the man. You're still doing it. You are still giving back and doing your part, whatever that looks like for you. So yeah, you're still in it. When we all play a part, we're all doing our part to uh, do what we can even after our time in. I think that's key too. You're doing it as well. I think the rain has finally put the dog to sleep, ladies and gentlemen. Finally put him to sleep. How are we doing on scheduling a ball? Potter, me and you, I would love it. I would love it. Like I said, I've got to. Summertime's super busy for me. With kids being out of school and everything. But putting together that campaign of getting that beard 100K beard goes, and we go to a ball. Did they use the M16s in Vietnam? Some did, but like the Marine Corps, they didn't get them right away. Oh, you weren't logistics. I get it. I'll put the logistics together and I'll get the campaign running. If we can get up to 100K, the beard goes live on stream, and we're going to the ball. I'm with it. Trust me. I've already passed it up through the higher ups, brother. I am all with you. The M14. There you go. And Marine Corps, yeah. There are a lot of weapons used, you know, when they switched to the M16. That was, I don't know exact date, Extreme Marine, but I remember reading it was shortly after that they were switching to the M16. And what year or before or middle? Honestly, I remember. I can't pinpoint the exact year that they went and they switched over. I'm like that late great Toby Keith song. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as yeah as I ever was. Yeah. You qualified with the M14? And yeah, I have to look that up. I don't know exactly when they switched to the M16, but I know there was a transition period that they did, you know. So, yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it was like 71, Archer. I'm unfamiliar. Yeah, actually it was 1967. 1967. We trained with the M14, didn't get M16 until the first duty station. Yeah, so 67, they were still transitioning. Um, and I'm not sure everybody didn't get them at one time, So it would have been a different transition of where you were and what you did, and where you were assigned to your duty station. Yeah, you were right there, Potcher. It was 2 years. 67 is when they started it. Yeah. Um, yeah, Potcher's got you. Where Marine Corps ball is located, usually on base. Usually on base. Um, and then sometimes if it's outside of the base, um, I know some like reserve units and other units and stuff like that. They'll do them wherever closest. There might be a conference center. We had one time in a off base in a conference center, I do believe, because there's so many units and so many people doing their ball at the same time, and you try to schedule it. But yeah, just wherever you can get a place to hold enough liquor and Marines and craziness and food, pretty much, right? Yeah, it's ridiculous. If you've never been to one, go to one. Very cool. Very a lot of tradition, a lot of history. It's very cool. Crazy things happen out in town. Yes, they do, which is not good. Most of it's not good, especially after a ball, right? So, The NCO wives just brought in a ooey gooey butter Texas sheet cake. Like right now? Yeah. There you go, Grumpy. Marine Corps League. They put a lot of that stuff together too. That's a good one too. If you don't have a base near you that's doing stuff like that, which I don't have I have one a few hours away, a reserve unit that I was part of after I got out active duty and went to reserve unit. So it's 2.5 hours away. Best bumper sticker I ever had a picture of an M14 and in tie-dye letters said, "This is the only Woodstock I remember." That's pretty cool. That's a good one, Gunpowder. I never heard that one before. Do you have to be a Marine to go to one, or you can get invited? So they usually sell tickets. But yeah, you have to be a Marine or be invited by a Marine to go to one, whether it's a date, whether it's a +1 or a wife or a dependent. They're not just going to let any civilian come in. But if you know somebody and they have you a ticket and you go with them, I'm sure they could get you in and stuff like that. Yeah, McJunkin, I I was pretty sure you were saying right now, I would eat that whole cake. I'm just telling you. Just telling you. Yeah, Mike. It would be very cool, but it's very special, very cool time. You eat a lot of, get the birthday cake, right? Cut it with the sword, do all the traditions. It's very cool. Know how you could do that unless you know somebody to get in there. Oh yeah, like a date. Yes, dates can come. Like if you have a wife or a date or whatever, you buy them a ticket and they come with you as your date. Yes, they can come. Yep. Some wild times in those balls, right? Okay, Potcher. Okay. No, 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 no. Oh boy. It's 2024, but oh yeah. Oh yeah, Corman. We had Corman at our ball. Right, Grumpy. I remember Corman coming to our ball that were attached to our unit. 100%. Oh yeah. Some of those devil docks, man, were the best ones around, right? Those are some good dudes. Good dudes. Mike, you know when the Marine Corps birthday is? Botcher. I know you were, man. I know you were. Our volunteers include members of our local VFW, Marine Corps League, and the Retired Enlisted Association, the American Legion, Paralyzed Veterans of America, the NCOYs, JRTC unit, and the Young Marines. Holy McJunkin, you've got it going on, man. Y'all are, we don't have that many around here. I mean, we have some stuff, but we don't have what you have. That's amazing. That's amazing, man. Y'all got it going on. Is that a big town where you're at, or city or local? I mean, that's a lot. But I mean, it takes a lot to do what you're doing, so I get that. See if I can find that. Yeah, Mike, you gotta. We talked about that last night. Sense of humor. Marines have a weird sense of humor. I'm just telling you, weird sense of humor. So yes, Mike, Potter's got a weird sense of humor. I already know, and that's okay. We all do. the video pulled. Yeah, I remember you're from Maine, Potcher. Here we go. Here it is, right here. This is one of my videos that I did on 1970s boot camp. I know who this is. John, what's up, brother? What you doing, man? Good to see you in here. The only reason I know who it is because I know who Riot John is. He's about my age. He's a younger type devil dog. Kind of. What's up, John? Oh, yeah. Tennessee. I do know who Riot John is. Y'all welcoming him, man. He's legit too. He's legit. It's good stuff, man. 42. I am 41. I'm 41 now. 41. Yep. 42. Attaboy. Attaboy. Yeah, there's some good dudes in here, John. And we're just hanging out. We're watching some we're talking about these old school Marines, man. These are from 60s and 70s and 80s, and man, they are hard charging devil dogs. And we were just talking about everything that they went through and how everything is so much different and how they are compared to, you know, where we come from, and like their drill instructors, and you know, we're going to their Full Metal Jacket, and just like, man, they're hard. Those guys were hard. They're Extreme Marine 71. Yeah. Then Grumpy Cat in here. They're still going, man. It has changed a lot from back then to what it is today. I'm gonna pull this video up, and you guys, Potcher's 51. Potcher's, yeah, so Potcher's 10 years older than us, John. So all right, here we go. I'm gonna switch back over. I'm gonna get y'all on a big screen. It's gonna be a double me. I always heard from my superiors back in my day. Now you're the one saying it. Yep. Oh yeah. Gotcha, brother. What y'all doing, man? I know, John, I know you're an hour ahead of us. You ain't in bed yet? There's Grumpy. 72, still practicing. He had a sex ed class tonight that he took a break from to come hang out. But volunteer fireman, McJunkin, dude, these guys are putting in the work for veterans and everything local in whatever state they're from. I'm gonna turn the volume up so we can hear this. All right, this is 1970s boot camp. 1970s. I did a video on this, but you guys can definitely relate and tell. Unclassified.
The contract to enter the service of the United States Marine Corps and to report to such posts.
And see, and I talked about that, there's a 6-year enlistment. So.
They're ready for their oath, sir.
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me the oath of enlistment.
So,
Music sound like the ear was like to.
There we go, boys.
Upon arrival, the recruits are taken directly to the recruit receiving barracks, where they undergo their initial process.
Hey, it looks, but
Upon arrival, some have long
Haircuts.
hair, while others have
Y'all
curly
remember
locks.
this, right?
When they get out of the chair, however, they will have very little hair left, and they will have a uniform military appearance, which will help establish equality in the platoon.
Who still keeps their
okay,
haircut?
the video they did the sound on.
Almost
Drill
slick.
instructors who will train them for duty with the world's finest military organization. A team of 3 of the best non-commissioned officers in the Marine
Team of 3.
Corps is assigned to each platoon. They have the job of molding these raw recruits into United States Marines. At least one of these non-commissioned officers will be with the platoon 24 hours a day for 9 consecutive weeks.
Okay, and that's what we were talking about earlier when during the Vietnam era in boot camp, 9 weeks, they shortened it, condensed it to push the needs of the Marine Corps to the Vietnam War. So, the sun was not there. Yeah, Grumpy, we all got there in the middle of the night. I know I did. But, you know, making a documentary or a movie, they're going to do stuff during the day. But I'm sure Grumpy, you can comment a lot, and Extreme Marine as well on a lot of this stuff. I felt better getting out our pledge on Parris Island and not at MEPS. Yeah, I got mine at MEPS, and then we did that there before they sent us. It was at night. Yep. Okay, so John remembers. I mean, it's same. It's at nighttime. They don't want you seeing, and I still think they do that. That's just for video purposes. But, and we were talking about earlier, you know, we were talking about John, I know, and some other guys that are here, that one guy pointed out in Full Metal Jacket that all you see is one drill instructor, and that's not the case. You've got anywhere from 3 to 4 drill instructors absolutely pounding you. So, yeah. Okay. See, nighttime. All right, even back then, night.
Get up together! Stand up! Get up together!
Right there, if that was, I'd die that transforms the camp to me.
On it, roll! They look like they wiggle in the league!
Yep, midnight for me as well. Watch it.
To train them, they must control them.
To train them, they must control them. I mean, boys, I'm just going over some commentary. All right, this is Reveille.
Reveille for the recruits goes at 4:55 a.m.
Oh yeah.
They wash, shave, make up their bunks, and clean up
They are
the
doing
area
it
before
super
going
slow.
to morning meal.
Okay.
And it looks like guy right here has a high and tight right in the beginning of boot camp, which I know you did not get. I don't know. I didn't get a high and tight until latter part of boot camp, until almost the very end to graduation. So, oh, all right. There's your chow hall.
During the training day, they will easily burn up their 5,000 calorie diet.
5,000.
Easy.
The recruits spend considerable time in the classroom. There, they receive instruction in basic military subjects.
Yep.
During
History.
the 3rd week of training, they will be given a written test.
Crack out.
Those who fail will be given additional instruction before returning to regular training. Evaluated.
It's about the same. Crack out, learning history and things.
Y'all remember this? Well, there you go.
Many hours will also be spent learning the basic movements of close order drill.
Yep.
It is through this drill that the drill instructors will begin to build the discipline and teamwork that they want in the platoon. When the recruits first start drilling, they all seem to have 2 left feet. But before long, they will start shaping up.
There you go.
The instant and exact response to orders that's demanded of them is obvious to all. The private finds out that there is only one way of doing something, the right way.
That is true.
Dude, those, I mean, I know I've commented on it before, but back then it's just a different breed of Marines, man. Even in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, it's just, I think this is the recruitment film, so it's going to be watered down. Yeah, it's going to be watered down. It's going to be nighttime. I know there's some other films and stuff too, but having a lot of from the 70s is harder to get. But yeah, they're going to have to water it down a little bit. They're not going to show you especially back then. They're not going to show you everything that that they're doing. Yeah, the language, all the stuff behind the closed doors.
Physical training is also stressed here at Parris Island. Many hours are devoted to reconstruction of 19 years of improperly toned muscles, which must be conditioned in 9 short weeks.
Improperly conditioned muscles over 19, 18 years, 17 years of not doing any physical activity whatsoever. I'm not saying you're an athlete or you played sports. Yeah, it's not going to be that bad for you. But if you come from not doing anything, it's going to be absolutely a game changer and a night of difference.
18 to 19 before.
There we go. That's
and the drill instructor. The Marine Corps obstacle course provides an excellent physical conditioning device.
That is true.
The course consists of a series of unique obstacles which develop strength and coordination. The first time a recruit runs the course, he finds it is a challenging, near impossible feat. However, after weeks of intensive conditioning, he is able to negotiate the
rope climb. I know we were couch potatoes to killers in 13 weeks. Attaboy. That is true. That is true. And I know some were talking about they did not have the rope climb in boot camp. I'm not sure who it was in chat earlier on a previous one that they did not have that. And I'm pretty sure that was probably in the 60s. Maybe, I'm not really sure. Might have been sometime else, but rope climbing, they had knots in their ropes. It looked like in Full Metal Jacket. I do remember them having knots in the ropes, but I don't remember having any knots in the ropes, and maybe it was just an obstacle. But
there's your rope climb. He's using nothing but arm strength.
Yeah, there is technique. There is a technique to climbing a rope, and you didn't get the technique down, you weren't getting up the rope. We did. My right testicle jumped up in me at the time. Dude, you didn't like heights? You didn't like heights? And you gained 40 pounds in boot camp. I bet you I lost 25 to 20 pounds. I lost it. Yeah, we didn't have any knots either. And our ropes were a lot thicker. Yeah, no knots. And I don't know if that's just a part of one of those obstacles that they were doing that had knots, but I don't remember seeing any when I went in.
Marines guard the gates of embassies and posts all over the world. And in the evening, the recruits are given an hour free time.
And we're talking about free time. This reminded me last night when we were talking to that mom that came in saying that her son was in boot camp. He graduates in two weeks. This is what he's doing. Still writing letters. In the Army, they can use cell phones. Y'all should have seen the video I did on that. The Army can use cell phones in boot camp. Given permission by their drill sergeants. But yes, they can. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother topic. They can. Same here. I gained 35 pounds. You gained weight, John? And you weren't on double rats? How did you gain weight? Muscle? Holy smokes. I did not gain weight. Interesting. Okay, let me read some. I'm going to catch up with some comments. So we'll get back to the video. I remember half rats, guys, with spray paint, big equal signs on his. Yeah. The half rats and the fat body recruits, right? They would have the double lines. And John, we went in the same time, man. We're about the same age. You remember the little tags that they used to give on your blouse, on your button? They would hang, and it would be like fat body and then like half rats or whatever. And I was telling some of them earlier in the chat, like I would steal somebody's thing so I could eat more food. Okay, I was a skinny farm boy who ate once a day. Okay, so when you were getting fed, you were getting fed, and so that caused you to gain muscle and weight. Got it. Okay, Extreme Marine. Let's see, what you went from 120 to 165. Oh wait, that was Extreme Marine that said he went. Oh right, yeah, you gained 35 pounds. Okay, everybody. McJunkin, I went in at 137, graduated at 125. You're kind of like me. I went at 165 and got out at about 145. I gained 30 pounds, I was skinny for, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of that stuff, and I'm sure here there was nothing like that either, John, back in the 70s. And I know Grumpy, the older Marine that was in here, he was talking about that he went in at like 115 pounds. Our fat body recruits called polar bears. Fat body. You remember PCP? Did y'all have PCP? Yeah, that's where the fat bodies went. The broke ones. Polar bears. 156 to 186. Golly. Y'all put on some muscle then. They just leaned me out. They leaned me out. That's wild. That's crazy to hear the differences of boot camp and even back then. Watcher, you were what, like 91, 90, something like that, right? So, I mean, it's wild. Who had time to eat like that? I barely got any chance to taste as I swallow. Yeah. Yep. You would be surprised now if you've seen any videos of the Marine, even any other branches of service, and it's night and day, man. I was 1st Battalion, Parris Island. We only drank from our canteens, but we ate good. So y'all weren't allowed to get anything to drink. 1st Battalion, Parris Island. Now, I was 3rd Battalion, San Diego, but that's wild. Just to see the differences of what we're all, of how it differs. Get back to the video. Caught up on that and everything.
During this time, the recruits devote their time to personal activities such as writing letters. Free time is
get a letter from Jody, right? That old Dear John letter. I did team week working at 3rd Battalion Chow Hall, and they were getting Krispy Kreme and oh man, shut up, man. We didn't get no Krispy Kreme and sodas. Well, maybe at Parris Island, but at San Diego, we had mountains, we had hills, hot. It's like
supervised by a drill instructor, and the activities must be constructive.
Yeah.
Okay, you do. You get it. Or you want to, and
already talked
time
about it.
you want to get
Something to show y'all.
Full.
There you go.
This is exactly what we want. We keep them so busy that they have little chance to become homesick. Now let us look at the Special Training Branch, which was organized for the recruits who are unable to keep up in training.
Okay, here you go. There's your fat body platoon, right? PCP. There you go. That's what we were talking about. I did 94 made double rats, 1st month rats, 2nd and regular, 3rd month it was 72. Got it. Didn't you show a video of one of our modern drill instructors looking, like the Michelin Man? Yes. Let me get that. I got it. I got y'all. Got it. Let me show y'all this. This is Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's just, and I'm going to pause it and I'm going to show you. This blew my mind. Have you seen this, John? Here we go. Nope, not him. This guy. Okay, I got it. I got it. Here it is. Y'all can see it. Yeah, it's right here. Can y'all see that? Look at this. What do y'all think? What's the consensus? What's the consensus? I have never in my life seen this before. And whose idea was it to video? Listen, I'm sure he is that a Purple Heart? I'm not saying that he's not a good drill instructor. I'm not saying that he's not a good Marine. I'm not saying any of that. He's probably a phenomenal Marine. I just don't see it. I do not see it. I don't see why. And I'm not hating. I'm being honest. I'm being brutally honest, okay? Not hating. Probably an outstanding Marine. Probably a good dude. Probably a great drill instructor. Probably has tons of knowledge. Tons. I'm sure looking at his ribbons and stuff. I don't know if that's Purple Heart. I can't really tell. But I cannot understand. Yeah. I mean, just go back. Just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, like I said, if that's, I feel bad if that's Purple Heart, but I mean, look at his trousers. They are literally up, and I'll probably get whatever. I don't know. I don't agree with it. I stand by my word. What y'all think? Talk to me. Yeah, no, I know. They got some big dudes. I get it. But when you think of a drill instructor, a Marine Corps drill instructor, that's, to me, that's not what you think of. I'm not downing him. I just don't think so. I stand on it. I stand by what I said. That's just me. Not judging his character, but just judging by the look of what I think of when I think of a Marine Corps drill instructor. I do not see that. I do not think that. How can you put a recruit on half rats when you're unable to button your shirt without the help of the entire team? I understand, McJunkin. I get it, man. I just don't know. I don't know. And I guess yeah, you're right. If he runs circles around the whole battalion on a battalion PT, he can send it. Yeah, but I don't think he can. I could be wrong. And I'll eat my words if I am wrong, but there's no way he has a 300 PFT and he's running circles around him. I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, just being real, calling it like I see it. But I guess my whole thing is, don't put him on camera. Don't put it publicly on a documentary or anything. That's just me. I think he's overweight. I thought about muscles, but the more I look at it, it is not. And I just don't see it. I could understand being ripped. There are some ripped drill instructors, man. I mean, I'm talking just, but this guy I don't think is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Anyway, just want to get y'all's opinion on that. As we're talking about Fat Body Platoon here in Vietnam era, 1970. Go back to it. There we go. PCP. That's what he looked like. The priest doing on there. Peace. These guys don't look like they're physically weak. I mean, I get it. Some guys are small and they couldn't do it. That's like motivation platoon, right? I know I've heard a lot of you guys talk about that. We called it PCP, but you know, drill instructor should be the epitome of an anatomy chart. I'm talking lean and fit. I agree with you. I'm on board with you, McJunkin. I'm on board with you. 100% agree. And I just don't know. It's hard for me. No. You think of pre-1970s America, do you think of any obese citizens? I don't. But I think that is because it's a different time, John, to me, and just don't see that as much, in America. You don't see a lot of that. I know a lot of them, not a lot of them had a lot. I didn't have a lot growing up. A lot of people didn't have a lot growing up. I mean, so yeah. Why do you think that is? I'm just curious. It was tough times and, hard work and manual labor and, that's me. That's what I think. That's what I think. I don't know, man. Different times. Gotta get a drink. Had to get another jelly donuts. Hey, we talked about. Hey, Raphael, what's up, brother? My man, glad to see you in here. Yeah, we talked about jelly donuts. We've been talking about. Thank you, sir. There's my boy coming in with a Waze energy drink as well. No additional fee today. All right, that one's on the house. He was making me tip him the other night when he was bringing me drinks. Yeah, Raphael, we're just talking about, the overweight drill instructor, processed food industry, easier food, instant gratification, John, I think, right? I mean, but instant gratification, processed foods, you're right. Let's see what else we got. Fast food, back then, families cooked and hard labor. Exactly. 100% agree with that. Mike, don't start with $1. He got paid last night. I'll tip him. He eats. Puppy dog in here. I'm a fat body now. I get it, but not in the Marine Corps. You're not a drill instructor. Give the kid 5. Oh, grumpy, man. Don't start with me. That kid, he don't need it. Yeah, you're right. I think everybody's right. I think we all see through the same lens and everything too. That's just me. And that. But as far as we're talking about in the Marine Corps and drill instructor and everything, I'd join that club. I just don't know. Yeah, Raf's in here. I'm glad you stopped by, bud. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me, man. It's different times, different boot camp, different era. But as far as drill instructors goes, I still think like Junkin and these guys, lean, mean, epitome of anatomy, physically fit, well trained. Not saying that his character is not good and that he doesn't know. So, and right here we're seeing the physically weak Marines, not overweight or not anything, but they just could not hack it. They couldn't keep up par to training, and you know, they couldn't pass it to move on, and they got sent back to motivational platoon or PCP for me, physical fitness platoon. My daddy worked as a power lineman for the Bell Telephone Company. Bell, yep. The 50s and the 80s, and never had an ounce of fat on him, and he loved his food too, but always working. Yeah, I'm with you. Agree with that. Hard working, times change, foods change. What makes Marines unique is honestly the fact that we hear it's the hardest branch and we choose it, stuck to it, and we graduated. 100%, John. 100%. I agree with you. Yep. And if you don't, you don't. You know, I mean, that's a sense of pride. You know, John, we're getting older. But we hold on to that pride and that sense of accomplishment throughout our life. Yeah, we're not in the Marine Corps anymore, and you know, some of us aren't, but yet it helps us of who we are and molds us into who we are today. I say that all the time. Like, I learned so much back then, and you know, we all did it. Doesn't make me a better Marine than you. You're still a Marine. You stand on the same footprints. These older generations that came before us, they stood on the footprints. They paved a way for us younger Marines, and now we paved a way for the other Marines to go on forth and carry that tradition. So that's my personal opinion, man. I think that's who we are. That's what sets us apart and makes us different. Is we know it. And I also could be biased. Once a Marine, always Marine. Exactly. All right, let's look at this. Brah. All right, can't cut it. Okay, this is what they were talking about, the motivation platoon of how to kind of get their act right, you know? How to marksmanship. There you go. And we were talking about that earlier of when, you know, 67 they transferred from they started the transition from the M14 to the M16 and PMI instructors, and it is just a different time, man. It is just a different time. I'm gonna represent Marines on a friend's YouTube channel with other branches on panel talking about football. Costco run for crayons. What? All right, talk to me, Raphael. What are you doing? I got to read this again. I'm gonna represent Marines on on his YouTube channel with other branches on a panel talking about football, college football or pro football, and a Costco run for crayons. Brother, you got to bring your crayons, my man. Come on. My granddad on my daddy's side was a coal miner. Yep, he was the same way too. Mama's daddy was a Navy corpsman in World War II. Same physique too. Yeah. It's a different time and a different age, McJunkin, I think. You know. Pro football. All right. Who do you go for pro football? Tell me it's them dirty birds. I'm not even going to tell y'all who I go for pro football wise. You know. Anyway, I just different. We'll go and I'll watch that video of the switching from to, you know, M16 and things. A lot of that, you know. Carlos Hathcock. Right? Patriot. Oh, you're still a Patriots fan even when Brady left? Man, you're a fan. I'm messing with you. Listen. Oh, see, I knew he was going to say it. I knew he was going to be them dirty birds. Oh. I knew it was coming. I knew he heard it. Oh, Raphael, man. Hey, dude, appreciate that. Heck yeah, dude. Come on, man. I appreciate that. That's all the support I need, man. Yeah. I don't need anything but the likes and the subs and the comments and the support. That's it. I don't ask anything else from you guys. Miami, for a Dolphins fan. Ooh. Okay. No team in Maine. Yeah, I'm a Saints fan. I do like the Saints. Been a Saint. I grew up in the South, so that's kind of who I went. I watched the Saints and went to a lot of Saints games. LSU fan, so yeah. Sorry, gentlemen. Bauer for being my heart. The Steelers training camp starts tomorrow. Pittsburgh. They recently changed the age range from 24 to 26 to join. I think it won't be long for the draft. Yes. I did read about that. You're right, Mike. I do remember seeing that come through. They bumped it up 2 years. Yep. Selective service. So yeah, all the way up to 26. Only team my rabbit ears every Sunday besides Dallas and the 49ers. So I rooted for, hey, Cowgirls, Niners. I don't like the 49ers, man. I don't know. I like them. I can get behind Dallas. I mean, I grew up watching Dallas, all the old school football stuff, but yeah, yes, he is a Falcons fan, the Dirty Birds. Yes, he is. And if they were all still alive today, each one of them could easily any job without breaking. I know. I get you, brother. Totally different. Oh, Buffalo Bills until I was about 13. Okay, Potter. Gotcha. Took my sons to watch Derek Carr, Adams, Fresno State University. Both my sons attending this. Really? Very cool. That's cool. When I was a kid on the farm, I wanted to be a cowboy, so Dallas. All right. I got you. All right. You like Bledsoe? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like to switch things up too. Like it's not a guided thing where, well, I like the 49ers now some because it's basically a Super Bowl Falcons team. Okay. Yeah. It's true. You had a lot of people. Yeah. I get that. Because all the people they're switching and going to other teams and you like them. I can get on board with that. Shout out to John. Are you a Volunteers fan too? I know you're from Tennessee, but I didn't know if you're a Volunteers fan, but I know y'all won the national championship, the SEC, so congratulations. If I haven't told you, I'm glad y'all kept it in baseball for the championship. That's about as good as you're going to get out of me. See, just saying. Anyway. All right, so y'all remember Rifle Week, right? I mean, this is very snapping in. You would sit around this barrel for hours snapping in. I root for Titans, AFC team, and Falcons. Okay, that makes sense, John. I got you. We need to support our athletes in the upcoming Olympics. Yeah, well, that starts this weekend, right? Opening ceremony is Friday, right? Or I'm not sure the time difference. Say it. I am not saying that. I'm not saying. I can't do it. The sling to cut off the circuit. Do you remember that? Tightening that sling down just to your arm so you could wrap it around it and then, hold your hand out so you could get down. Y'all remember doing that? That was so wild. Let me go back. Where was that? Oh, there it is right there. There they are. Look at this guy here on the left. Or this guy too. Or the drill instructor showed him how to do it. You know, he's saying, get up high in there, you know, and then look. He comes in quick. He's watching him, you know. I think also the high school gym class was better for us kids than rope climb, swimming, running, pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, chin-ups, dips, wrestling, and boxing. Friday, but it starts some. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I got you. That's what I thought. I couldn't exactly when opening ceremony and everything was. My left hand and arm went completely numb. Were you left-handed? Did you shoot left-handed? Are you left-handed? Who's in here left-handed? That's wild if you are. I know a couple people that shoot left-handed now. I didn't know anybody. Anybody in the Marine shot left-handed. Oh yeah, you went numb, wrapping that sling so tight that you could just get a perfect. No, I have not heard from Thomas. I have not heard him yet. There was a guy in here, John, that he was supposed to go to boot camp in August, and he literally, they moved his boot camp date up, and he's been in the chat, and we were talking about it, and he was kind of nervous and everything, but he literally shipped off 2 weeks ago. You're ambidextrous. I got you. I can shoot. We practice shooting left-handed, but you know, it's not my dominant. Right is. But no, I've not heard anything from him. I'm sure he is probably, last week, a couple weeks ago, he just got picked up. I'm right-handed, but I was trying to shoot. You wanted to shoot both ways. Yeah. Yeah. Cool story. My rack mate in boot camp was from my state, from Tupelo, Mississippi, Fruit Brown, and he was a really good shot, and he shot company high shooter. Actually won an award and got meritoriously promoted for being a company high shooter. Dude was super awesome. He was my rack mate and from my state, but yeah, I always remember that. Super cool dude. I speak for a lot that grew up around guns and stuff. So we had a little practice, iron sights and scope, whatever. I grew up around that. So, but he was awesome. I don't think the dude missed one shot. He got zeroed in. He was it. That was the man. I feel for all you lefties out there. The instructors truly made your life pure hell. Oh yeah. I'm really a drill instructor golf in a group having slings too tight. I so wanted to laugh. Yeah. I mean, your arm, look at John over there. I mean, John was getting ripped, so he had to put it around his bicep, right? You know, that's what he was doing. He's trying to make them bicep sleeves pops, what John was doing. Good thing you don't swing both ways. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you are funny. Right looks better, but left can compete. Yeah. I go with whatever works tactically and gets me on target and rounds down range and into the zone. Whatever better. If I have to with my left hand, I'll do it. But right hand is my go-to. Because my left eye is 2015. My right eye was 2020. But have dart floaters in my right eye. So at 500 yards, that's having. Oh, wow. Interesting, John. Huh. I got the floaters. But they're. I think everybody got the float. I can't. Yeah. Okay. Hey, they have. Mike's on it tonight, man. They have optics now on the weapons in boot camp. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but they do. Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy? Absolutely wild. I mean, I understand you still had to make adjustments. You still got to make, stuff like that. But that's wild. Did you in the fleet we swung? Hey, somebody here earlier was talking about Mike is not in the Marine Corps, John. Mike had vision but does not have vision now. He's like, how do you get to a Marine Corps ball? I've never been. I'm like, you have to be invited. You have to get a ticket. You got to do this. You can't just go. Contact your, be a date. And I think Potcher said, just wear a dress. Get you a date and wear a dress. I'm sure there's a Marine out there to pick you up and take you, right? It's funny, but true. Funny, but true. My floaters are so old they can't swim. Grumpy, you remember some of this stuff, right? I mean, I'm not saying that you. I mean, a lot of people do. I this type, that PMI instructor. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Snapping in. You sit there. Oh, there's the barrel. All right. And you sit there and you stare at a barrel and you snap in. You get your trigger control. You're doing sitting, kneeling, standing, prone. You're going to do all your training. I would have. Hey, $20, right? My man. Here we go. Okay. Yes. But yeah, y'all remember snapping in, right? You had a ball in Vegas, John? How are you alive? You must have been in like Yuma, Arizona, or were you in Pendleton? I don't know where you would have been for your ball to be in Vegas. Holy crap. Yeah, he got me on that dress joke. Yeah, Mike, I'm glad you have thick skin too, man. That's awesome. You got to have thick skin to be around here. That's what I'm just telling you. Got to have thick skin. Yeah, but I mean, as far as snapping in and seemed to rain on range days, at least that's what it felt like to me. Again, it may have been my instructor spitting mad. Yeah, here it was either raining or hot, raining or hot. I'm talking brutal, brutal heat. Okay, so you were in Pendleton, and then y'all did it. And how many people got arrested? 29 stumps. Ugh. $29 stumps, huh? I could not imagine a Marine Corps ball in Vegas. I just couldn't. And God forbid if you weren't 21. Because they didn't care if you were a Marine or not. They still can't drink. Pendleton's and Palm Springs. Okay. Yeah. I went to one in Florida. Went to one for Pensacola. Went to one Camp Lejeune. To one Pendleton. Yeah. Anyone here compete in the first division matches? That's a good one too, Grumpy. I did a video on that too of all those things that they used to do in boot camp. I don't know if it's in this video or not. Let's see. Yes, it is actually right here. Let's and this is mess all duty. We'll talk about that. I went to the stumps about 6 months in Haji Town training. That was a trip. Yeah, same here, John. Me and John were just about. I was in 2001, John. You were in 2000, right? Or are you in 2001? We're right there, close in age. Me and John are. Literally. No, division match. Here, I'm fixing to show you, Raphael. All right, so here's some of the things that they did. This is in boot camp. See my face here, as you can tell, I've never seen this before, so I don't really know what's going on. But it is it's a divisional match. You would compete against each other. And they would have 50-yard dash. Yeah, field games. It's almost like the Olympics. It's a monthly thing. They have relay races. They have different races like that. Jared, what's up, brother? What's up, man? How are you doing, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, Jared, we were just sitting here talking about just Marine Corps balls and show on screen. Y'all see each other anymore. So I can read it. Okay, so oh wow, John. You were after me. Okay, I was 01 to 09. Yeah, so this is the division, as you can see here, and I'll move this over here against my crazy face so I can read chat along with you guys. Yeah, so that's what he's talking about, is like these division games where you would do different obstacles. And I was talking about like pride, teamwork. I mean, tug of rope, man. Come on, bring back some tug of rope, right? I mean, I could imagine the you played football for ninth com. Yeah, and it said that I turned 21 in Camp Fleet. I turned 21 in Afghanistan, and you know what I got for a birthday cake? I got a poppy seed MRE pound cake with a cigarette as a candle for my birthday, for my 21st birthday in Afghanistan. Yep. So yeah, like this is oh, you're talking about the rifle match. Okay, Grumpy, I got you. I thought you were talking about like field games. I know they did field games. I was on the soccer team. I always called it a tug of war. I always called it tug of war, not tug of rope. Which one is it, Jared? I know Jared, by the way, locally, so good dude. He's awesome. He's one of my brothers. Always called it tug of war. Isn't that what it's called? Now you really got me confused. Tug of rope. I guess it is tug of rope. I got thrashed on the quarter deck. Everybody got thrashed on the quarter deck in here. Oh, but I didn't know that they did this during boot camp. And I guess the recruits are going to watch this and build team spirit and morale and things like that. Tug of war, yeah. Okay, good. It's tug of war. Did I really? I said tug of war. Maybe I was saying. Oh, oh, you were in boot camp when you turned 21. Yeah, I got a lemon poppy seed pound cake in Tarankout, Afghanistan. 22nd Mew, the cigarette as a candle for my birthday cake. Just to let you know, it sucked. Dude, I don't know where my mind is, Jared. I said tug of rope. Tug of war. Gentlemen, tug of war. Okay, all right. Crazy. But yeah, they did stuff like this. Y'all back over here over my. Yeah, look at that. I mean, this is all right. So, I mean, you're seeing it right. Dude, this guy cracks me up. Cracks me up. Okay, so you said you did have a day like that, but our senior drill instructor would not let us out our platoon go. Interesting, huh? Y'all remember Pugil sticks? Look at the difference in Pugil sticks then versus now. Yeah, Jared, just kind of let you know kind of where you are. I don't know if you're Asher, if you're watching. I'll see you this weekend, brother. What's up? My man. Y'all must be at swim lessons. You must be at swim lessons watching me on YouTube. You going to swim lessons. Look at dude. Bugle sticks, man. They were just getting it, right? Right? I mean, dude, they are getting it. Look how different swim call was. I mean, swimming is a requirement, right? Y'all remember swim call? I mean, it's just Nikki and I eating supper with Asher watching some Transformers. Attaboy. Nikki. How are you doing? I'm not 65 yet, Nikki, by the way. Not 65. So I don't have to worry about TRICARE, and let me make it to 40. I knocked out the mouthpiece sticks. Attaboy. Oh, yeah. Bugle sticks was fun, and I've always talked about that. You're getting out unchecked aggression, and that's what you're going to the boot camp for, right? I mean, to learn how to fight, learn how to kill, and learn how to be a Marine and do this stuff. You got the chance to go after another platoon or platoon member. You took everything of that unchecked aggression, the pain, hate, discontent that you had out onto the other guy. I watched a guy. You basically drowned. Oh, pretty. Yes, John. Yes. Yes. Did you ever make it to Q? It's tough, man. It's so dumb. But anyway, as far as Pugil sticks goes, yes, you are going to. I watched a guy, call him Recruit Ham, and he was a fat body. Then he went down and he got ripped. I'm just talking about just shredded, and he knocked a guy out. Literally knocked a guy out. I mean, just cold cocked him, and just big dude had that look, that stare. I mean, and it was ridiculous. The pain, the hate, and discontent got on there. I got my bell rung too. I'm not gonna lie. I got my bell rung bad, and it was hot and dehydrated. Probably, I just got smoked. But it is what it is. We're discussing your nerd card. My brain always goes to insurance and skilled nursing. Just thinking of your future. Thank you for thinking of my future. I know that. I know that. Yeah, I got my new I got my new VA card and things in my ID, and I put a really cool picture of myself on my card, and I sent it to my buddy and his wife, and oh, it's great. It was hilarious. I can't believe trying to tread water and someone whole-handed my face underwater, never recovered. Oh, dude. Or pulling you underneath the water and shoving you down. I get it. I was right there with you, John. With you. Thank you for thinking my future, Nikki. I appreciate that. Yes. Appreciate it. Yeah, swim qual. Don't ever underestimate swim qual. Oh, yeah. For you, yeah, Raphael. But I get a lot of questions and a lot of things like, hey, what should I worry about? What should I do? It's like, do you know how to swim? Do you know how to do swim qual? Is swim qual what you think it is? Potcher and McJunkin and Grumpy and some of these older guys. How serious was swim qual when y'all went through? I'm just curious. Was it a big thing? Were there a lot of people that could not swim? To me it seems like a lot, because I mean we are an amphibious group, right? Air, land, and sea. We're going to come at you through either one. You're going to be around water. So I'm just curious of a 1970 versus 2024 now 2024 2001. Did y'all ever have slash witness any right here silver bullet? I didn't get one. I witnessed one. Oh yeah, baby. I got a chewing out for my 18th birthday. My staff NCO at my first duty station and company punished me, temporarily losing my cover in severe high winds. Oh, you had one of those, right? That guy, I mean, like you could do anything. I love swim qual. I grew up swimming. I went through all the swim quals, so I did not have a problem with it. I was just curious of 1970s era 60s. Just be comfortable in water. Okay, Grumpy. Yeah. They're going to teach you everything you do, but being comfortable. I know a lot of people struggle with it. Swimming through oil. I was like, boots, put boot backs on. Okay, you're tired. Yeah. I mean, here they're swimming in. I don't know if this is for the movie or whatever, the video footage that they're capturing at this time, but we were swimming in full uniform, boots and utes too, in full uniform. And maybe this is can't swim. I just don't know like it was back then. I knew it was in. That's what I tell people: don't sleep on swim qual. You might think it's the best. Just listen, pay attention, do what they tell you to do, be comfortable. You're not going to drown. They're not going to let you drown. And yeah, swim qual is easy. Okay. All right. I don't know why a lot of people. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Now you can see they're jumping in with all their gear on. Those must have been some other recruits that had problems. The dirty name. Yeah. Yeah. Here's that stairway to heaven that we were going over last night, For an hour. No, I know it's not. It's not an hour. It is not. Well, let me tell you this. Depending on which qualification that you're going through, but in boot camp, no. I witnessed up here. Yeah. I witnessed a silver bullet situation that they had to carry them to the bathtub of ice. Never came back to our platoon after that. Don't know if he died or dropped to PCP. They never told us. You witnessed that in boot camp? I witnessed that in Camp Lejeune. Yeah, ours was like 5 minutes. I think it was 5 minutes. Treaded water. But then when you got out different swim quals, you had to tread water for different amounts of time. I do remember that. Waterproofing, yeah. Felt like I did that swim qual. We could not tread water. We had to do the dead man float for an hour. Goodness. What? This was 1973? 71? Something like, you know. Golly. Waterlogged. Man, that is crazy. Had to do the dead man float. I remember the dead man float, but I don't remember. I did not. We just had to tread water. John, I mean, I don't know what they did in Paris Island. I don't even know, But yeah, that's wild. That is wild. Dude, John, I'm telling you, these guys back from the 70s, 60s, 50s, or 8, they are rock hard. They are freaking hard chargers, dude. I'm telling you. These guys right here, man, are freaking, are paving the right way, man. That's insane. Yeah, well, we wouldn't have died, John. Nobody would have graduated. You know? Ridiculous, man. My dead man float don't work on my legs. I have to kick. Yeah, them got them quads, right? Quads. There are a lot of levels, and I had to tread water and remove boots in place around my head. Yeah. Same. Raphael, same thing. There's different swim qual levels. You're right. And I did some of that same stuff too. Okay, Potcher, you had to tread water. Okay. Yeah, it's just a total. It's just depending on what swim qual level you were going through. Pretty much, that's kind of where we're at. Golly, extreme. Dead man float, grumpy. You remember doing that? Yeah, Potcher. How long did you have, Potcher? 15 minutes or so? Jeez Louise. Y'all are freaking hard. Y'all are hard. Oh, heck yeah, John. That's what I tell these guys, man. A lot of these guys in here, like the ones that come in here that are, you know, brother, they're built different. They're just built different. I'm not saying that we weren't. We were built different of our day, you know, but back then they were hard as nails. Ooh. Back in the day, we'd look forward to swim quals. It was like relaxing, better than standing in attention for hours in the hot sun. Okay, 73, jumped in with utility boots and rifle from... Okay, All right, had to yell at the kid. 73 of boots and utes, had to jump from rifle 3 meter. We did the jump from the rifle with off the dive. Then we did with the pack, and then we did with some other stuff. Jumped in, swam across, backstroke, front stroke, and then, you know, jumped in off the high dive, in, out, then do, you know, the butter, whatever, the stroke. Okay, yeah. Dude, that is wild. So McJunkin, you just like the pool because you didn't have to stand in attention. I get it. I had a lot of guys fail swim qual, or they didn't fail it. They had to go get remedial. They ended up passing, but that would set a lot of people back. Telling you. There's a stairway to life. We talked about that last night. Oh, the slide for life. Oh yeah, they look different. Y'all remember doing that? Slide for life. I know this totally looks different, and they have a safety net now, and they have a pool, and you know, but ropes are a little bit different. Climb that cargo net, get up. Okay, how was hand to hand? That's a great question, Jared. Very good question. I like those type of questions. How is hand to hand combat training different from the 70s until now? So the training started and then we had MCMAP which is Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, and that was coming from the Raiders, and then One Mind Any Weapon. That was back from the 40s, and the Marine Corps even takes a lot of their training from the Zulus, from the Romans, from the Apaches, the Comanches. All that they took way back in the day, and then kind of formed everything over the decades the MCMAP one mind any weapon type training. We used MCMAP, and it was a belt system. And going through the 70s, some of these guys can probably tell you the technique were probably different. Bayonet, the training, because they were more close quarters using bayonets than we were. Now traditional or modern day warfare, when are you going to use a bayonet? Not necessarily all the time, right? So they were using fixed bayonets in this. So I'm going to try to catch up on a comment. Now, I've had to go through the original Grandpa Vic. I probably browsers out. Body hardening was not required because they are hard. Yep, those dudes were built different. I still have my manual from 9602 Close Combat Manual. I still have mine too. It's still in the attic. I actually saw it in there not too long ago. Hot water heater went out and I didn't have hot water. Jared knows. I've never been a beach person, but I love being under the surface. Yep, yeah, diver. Same. Jared, go get certified so we can dive. So Grumpy and you guys in Extreme, what was your experience with hand-to-hand combat? Was it, I know there's some jujitsu now, and there's some grappling, and there's more hands-on approach if you get tied up, but not as much as with a bayonet. For me, it was a lot of locks, pressure points, hip throws, displacement, anything like that. Basic in boot camp. Remember, in boot camp, basically trained Marines, not going all the way to the next level, but throughout the Marine Corps and in the fleet, throughout your career, you could go up to different belt levels. So, yeah, they had start off the web belt, then you had your tan belt, then you had your gray belt, then you had your green belt, and then you would go up and get an instructor and things like that. So I've never, Jared, that's kind of, there's a lot, like I said, a lot of these guys in here probably could tell you about hand-to-hand combat, but dude, they've pretty much kind of got it down to the theater that you're in. How are you going to use it in modern day Marine Corps? Some of the stuff from the 70s or the 40s, 20s when they're fixing bayonets, we're not going to use too much of that. The concept is different. We choked each other out with a rubber hose. I mean, hey. Yeah, I was a green belt too, John. I had a buddy that I was in with. He made it to, he was actually training. He went up, find any weapon. He went up to teach MCMAP. Made black belt instructor and all that crap. Awesome. Yeah. We had Jitsu Russian grappling. Okay. MCMAP wasn't formed when you were in, was it, Botcher? Felt like you were very jiu-jitsu related. Yeah, I'm with you, John. I can see that. A lot of manipulation. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Choked it out with a rubber. Yeah, I get it. Grandpa Vic told me the swim quals were real simple. Too, they swim out to a mile barrier off the coast and swim back. Get out of here. Well, that'll get you in shape. You can do that. Okay, so no MCMAP for you. That's a good question. 2001. So I was the guinea pig. I started out MCMAP. Combat edge weapons, weapons of opportunity, and weapons techniques. A lot of grappling and ground game. Yes, John. Grappling in the sand. Do you remember that? Going out to the pit or the sand or whatever, and just everybody was grappling each other back to back, turn, grapple, grapple, grapple. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. Now that I think back, but so 2001 is when they started MCMAP, Marine Corps Martial Arts. It's just so different. We all learned and how times of, but yeah, they took a lot of that stuff. Like I said, even the stuff they're teaching today, they got from the Apaches, the Zulus, the Romans, the Jitsu, there was a Japanese art that they talked about as well. I can't remember. Krav Maga. Yeah, okay. Yep. So that's changed. I know, Jared, I don't know if you're still here, but that's kind of, Bull in the Ring. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that in football, but I do remember that too. Well, all right, y'all remember this? Look real quick. Y'all remember the slide for life? Y'all remember this? I want to know how many of the 70 Marines got their money stolen by the bank accounts they set up with 3 days of no sleep. Okay. Hey, yeah, well, that's okay. Good deal, man. Yeah, Jared. So it's a lot of, I know you can kind of listen and read and look, but just to overcap, for me, a lot of jujitsu, hand-to-hand, joint manipulation, ground pound, on the ground type stuff. As far as the others, no Krav Maga, any other type of martial arts. So, yeah, I didn't sleep for 2 days when I got to boot camp, and they set up a bank account. So what? Yeah, back, Stream and Grumpy. I don't know if Grumpy went back to his sex ed class or whatever he had to do. Whatever. How did they work that with y'all? As far as setting up bank accounts and things like that, pay and everything. That's a good question, John. It's a good question. I didn't really ever think of that. Not forged steel, but stealing your money. Yeah. There's no telling. You paid for everything. They don't give you, nothing is free. I'm telling you, nothing is free. They get and take advantage. I'm sure. I don't know, John. Good question. I don't know. I know that we were 100%. I mean, Raphael, even in 99, they were 96, 99, 2001. Charging you for everything. Slide for life. Kind of like the picture on the screen. Like it's these things that you remember, even in the 70s, they're the same, but they're not the same. They didn't have safety nets. They fell into a pond. We had a safety net over probably 20 feet, maybe. And then we had a pond water or pool water dug into the ground. It's muddy. And the second half, you had to turn, flip on your rope, get your feet back, and shimmy down. All while a drill instructor is actually just yanking. But 70s, it looks like too many of them really fail, right? Yeah, this is what we're doing. Oh, there you go. That's what you're doing. Everybody's going down the same daggum line. And, you got to go down a certain way and then flip over. You can see they're flipped and get back on the rope and go down the other way and put your hands up. And then you'll get caught by a drill instructor if you're going too slow, and he'd tell you to do a pull-up, and then he'd tell you to not talk to him. Position of attention, and you fall in the water. Where they get... So, totally different. Really wild. There's always one. Always one. See, you just fall off, man. This is... They're climbing up the A-frame. Oh, that's fun. Heck yeah. But it looks like a lot of the stuff, John, going back and looking at these things, I think the mentality was different back in the 70s versus, kind of when we were going through, but not really. We still held on to that tradition, that being hard and rock solid. But a lot of things in boot camp really hasn't, they look different, but the concept is almost the same, I'm gonna put you guys back on the talk screen so I can read. So 70s versus today, yes, everything has changed. They look different, you know. So Grandpa Vic served from 1938 to 1946, the Navy Green Side Corpsman. Then got out and enlisted in the Marine Corps, and was a tank mechanic, and later did a full tour instructor, then back to mech. Good heavens, man. That breed right there is totally different. They are. I remember in Okinawa rappelling down my sergeant slipping Kevlar chin strap on the helmet, rip his left ear. Oh, dude. That sucks. Yeah, that would suck, I feel. But I just, a lot of things are the same. A lot of things are changed. Yeah, it's, you know, the results. I mean, that's true, John. But, you know, a lot of things were built upon, a lot of things, and even in Vietnam era, boot camp was condensed down to 8 weeks or 9 weeks. So, you know, and then it went back because they're trying to you know, push Marines to Vietnam. So I understand it. I get it. But it's still, you're cram packing a lot into it. Watcher, so no safety nets for y'all? Okay. There was like a 10-foot safety net. It's like before you got over the water. The water didn't go all the way over the rope. You were on the tower still standing up, but you had a safety net before there was water underneath you. So, and there's a video of it I do have, of like modern day. Modern day stuff, you know. What I see is a difference is the evolution of how it is taught. That's a very good, yes. Okay. The evolution of how it's taught. Okay. I like that. And I still think if we're holding solid and holding true to our core values and what the Marine Corps is about, hopefully, yeah. How are they preparing for the mission? You know? Yeah, okay, Raphael, same. Short safety net in a pool of water. Yeah. And then once you got out of the water, it was all over. But extreme, I agree with that. I agree with that. And it just depends on what you're teaching and how you're teaching and, you know, what what the mission and focus and objective is. I mean, I went in. Okay, I'm back. I mean, and I went in a different era. It depends on the era you're going in. And then Vietnam, and when they were going in that era, you know, they're going to war. That's what they were training them to do. I went in 2001, and I went in. Mike, appreciate it, brother. Good night. I went in 2001 not expecting a kind of. Then I was in boot camp when September 11th happened. So everything changed. So the mindset and the things, the way that we're taught, like you were saying, it's a different mentality. In Vietnam, the same thing. Everybody's going because they were trying to send people to Vietnam. They needed the Marine Corps in Vietnam. And then 2001 hit September 11th. That, like I said, I was in boot camp. So everything shifted, I think. Then instead of a peacetime, it's a wartime mentality. And, you know, and then that depicts on, that depicts on what training you're to do and the motivation. I just think it's a lot of factors that are involved as far as training goes. Now, I'm not saying that everything is right or everything was done right, but that's just how it is. I was in 12th grade English. Okay, yep. You remember. He said, "See ya, Mike. Dreaming me in a dress." Y'all are wild. All right, Mike. See ya, bud. 12th grade English class on 9/11. I was in boot camp. You'll never forget. Like I said, so the mentality has changed, and I mean, heck, John, September 11th happened, and he was a senior in high school. And he still went. You know what I'm saying? There's different mentality. So but let me feed the dog real quick. Or I might actually get the kid to feed the dog, not me. Okay. So, yeah. So it's different. I think we all go in for different reasons, and excuse me. Nikki said holding him up. Oh, Nikki said hold him up. The dog, not pack. Y'all want to see Henry? Yeah, I'll hold him. He's 60 pounds, ish, 63. When he gets back from eating food, I'll show you the dog. So give me 1 second. Okay. Quick kill training and AIT. Talk to me, Grumpy. What you mean by the quick kill training? We might have been called something different for us. I was in DEP since my junior year. Okay, so you were in the delayed entry. DEP, if you don't know, is delayed entry program. John, there's some that I'm just kind of explaining. PDM. Now I know. How are you tonight? There we go. I knew we were going to war after that happened. I knew I was going to war when I was in boot camp. I mean, that's what our drill instructors used for motivation, right? Why wouldn't they? You trained for, this is what you want to do. Motivated, graduate, be a Marine. I don't know. I was flying a patient back to our hospital that had been in a rollover in the countryside when PDM, sorry, PDF. I'm thinking for documents. 1967 MSRD. I remember you, PDM. I remember you stopping in a couple times too. So, Kwanzaa huts. Oh yeah, little Kwanzaa huts. So it's just different, and and I saw in my drill instructors and my platoon, there was so much. And I'm telling y'all, I'm getting chills. As you can see my arm talking about it. The hairs are standing up and chill bumps. But there used to be, I mean, when that happened and they brought in a TV and they just showed us 3 minutes of what happened, and the atmosphere changed in boot camp. I'm telling you, people who were not motivated, people who couldn't do things, were doing things that they couldn't do, and we came together. I'm telling you, the love for our country and the I don't know how to say it. I can't put it into words. Just the aurora and the motivation and morale picked up tremendously in boot camp when that happened, and it was just absolutely phenomenal to watch a switch go off in our head, and it made a ton of difference. And it's so different to me, and I think it changed then. I knew then, I wanted to do what I signed up to do, and I think we all did. And I don't think I had another guy drop out or fail anything after that. And it's surreal, and to witness that, but that's my motivation. Yes, brutal time, but yes, because you're like, dadgum, let's go get some. This is what I signed up to do. This was, I'm gonna get and we fed off of each other. We fed off of each other, and we fought for our brothers, and we loved our country and we were die for our country. And I just don't know. I wish it was like that today. I do, because the feeling that I had of sense of pride and, oh gosh. Anyway, it pumps me up, man. Gets me fired up. Y'all want to see the dog? Failure was not an option. It was not acceptable. Yes. All right. You want to see the dog? Nikki, get ready to see the dog. See the dog? Wait. Speak. 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 Y'all see the dog? That is actually a Aussie doodle. Hey, hey. Oh, the motivated no, it is a Aussie doodle, Australian shepherd and poodle. Aussie doodle. Hey, go. Go. Speak. Yeah, that's my boy. Oh yeah, he'd love Asher. He'd love Asher. There. Anyway, hey everyone, I need help promoting numbers on this channel because I've never been to a birthday ball. Yeah, so me and Potcher, if 100,000 subs, at 100,000 subs, Alkali, John has been in here living it up with us. Anyway, 100,000 subs, I'll shave the beard, and we're going to a Marine Corps ball. Who's in? Are y'all in? Yeah. So yeah, he's a pretty dog. Hey. Yeah, he's 63 pounds. He's a big boy. Got that blue merle coloring and everything. Boy. His name is Henry. So yeah, 100,000 subs. I'm going to get a campaign going on, and I told everybody that try to promote it and like get me up, and we'll do a charity and we'll do a stream, we'll do whatever. And then, oh, where's the ball going to be? I don't know. Potcher wants to get a ball. He's going to shave his beard. I'll shave my beard. We'll do it for charity. I'll do it for charity, for veterans, for something. I'll shave my beard. Right. Shave your head. How about that? Go G.I. Jane. But, you know, so 100,000 subs, I'll do it. I'll do it. And, you know, I'll promote it, and Potcher is on board with it. We want to go to a ball. Come on. Hey, my driver's license will look fake. Right. General Smedley Butler. There you go. Chesty's right here. Got the hamburger meat. That's why I'm trying to keep my thing up, you know. Usually wear a t-shirt. Had camo on last night for Vietnam Air. I have been telling her to shave her head on. Right. Pay good money, right? Charity, good money, donate. How much would it take for her to shave her head? I'm just saying. Yeah. So when the kids get back in school and I get some time, I'll promote it. I'll make some stuff up. But yeah, I would love it. If y'all can, heck, I'll do it. I'm telling you. My dress blues don't fit anymore. Mine are behind me. I've got I haven't published it yet, but I got a video. It hasn't come out yet, and of me trying to fit in my dress blues. I'm not gonna do it on stream because I have a video planned and everything for it. So, you know, we'll just wait there for it. But do y'all think they fit or not? No? Yes? I have to get on board with Waze too. They'll help me promote that. Shaving the beard for charity and for veterans. They support local veterans in my area. I know. McJunkin, I do. You're right. I understand. I do, but you know, a lot of people might he might wear a dress. Oh, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are nuts. I know. And I am, and I'm just taking it slow one day at a time, man. But Potcher has been on me to go to a ball and to shave and, you know, to do it for a good cause. And I'd do it for a good cause. Have my son put on my blues. Oh, the little one? Nah, they wouldn't fit him. They would fit my oldest. He's about the same size I was. He's taller than me. He's 6 foot. Alex. I do remember you, Alex. How are you doing, man? The little one, they probably wouldn't fit. Better air distribution. Yeah. They wouldn't fit my little one. But I think I got a picture where I was going over some videos and stuff. I wanted to ask y'all this too. While I got y'all here. I'm glad to see you, man. Got to earn the right. Yes, true. To wear the blues. They don't touch them much. And they're heavy. I don't know if y'all have ever put blues on their head. They're not. All right, I want to get y'all's opinion. You know, I've got some older. I've got some not so older. I've got some young gen. I got some new gen. Look at this video. Okay. Okay. Right here. In boot camp, they assembled the M14 blindfolded. What? Disassembled, reassembled, blindfolded. I don't think any of my kids are going into the Marine Corps, but I don't know. I'm not going to force them. Potcher, you do that, and I'll find you a third cousin twice removed to be your escort. He likes his gals with little facial hair and a few of those original teeth. Oh, man. You know, Alkali, past your bedtime, huh? 9:30. Yeah, I never did that. I mean, I remember taking M16 down, breaking it down. I probably could have done it blindfolded. But in this video, they do all of this blindfolded. And they're doing it. They're taking it apart and they're reassembling it blindfolded. I don't know if they're just taking the barrel out or what they're doing. We did not do that. Okay. All right. Okay. You didn't do that. Okay. So do that with a M2 Browning. Did not do that. Did not. We did the M16 blindfolded, but it wasn't necessary. It was a challenge between our platoon and the company. Okay. Yeah. I could see that, John. I can see that. I got you on that one. Yeah. Yep. But I mean, breaking it down. Look, hey, y'all two, y'all better get you and Raphael, man. Yeah, you know, dresses and just found it very interesting. I've never heard anybody that you have to do it to pass. Like John said, maybe you do it just as bragging rights or another platoon or something like that, you know. So I don't know. It's very interesting. Doesn't look like a drill instructor, primary marksman, PMI. I don't know. It's just, that's wild. I was going to find the blues. This is an earlier video. If y'all hadn't seen it, check it out. Oh, no. It. Oh, there's a chubby Marine Corps. I guess I did do a part 2. I'm not going to promote ads. The spring kit. Yeah. I remember taking those things apart. Yeah, those things are wild. How do I get ads on my own? You know? Ever. This is the continuation. I mean, look at these guys, man. Lean, mean, killing machines, right? I will never wear a dress, but high heels is where I cross the line. I will wear a dress, but high heels. What are y'all talking about? Are we still talking about the ball? Fox, are you still looking for a date for the ball? Mike was looking for a date for the ball. Anyway. No, we're not talking about anybody from the Giants. Another guy named Mike that was in here. He's not a Marine, but wanted to go to the ball. Asked how you got to the ball, if you could attend the ball. And I said, you basically got to get a date or be it, you know, invited. But, you know, I don't know. But look at these motivators. They're ready to go. They were hard. Oh, right, Leo. Oh, yeah, he is. And it looks like a lieutenant and a drill instructor. Of course, they're getting a photo op, right? Is the ball taking place in San Francisco? Asher, what's up, buddy? Hello. Asher. You want a crayon? The dog even loves crayons. A dog even loves them. You like crayon? 20 plus years later, I'm still Lance Corporal. Asher, you want a crayon? Midnight snack, buddy. What you want? Hey, buddy, I had blue right there for you. All right, I got you one. I'll hook you up. I got a whole box of blue for you. There, Asher. Whole box. Yo, Asher. I don't have blue. I got purple. But anyway, I was going back. It's an Aussie Doodle. Okay. Bye. Good deal, McJunkin. I don't know if y'all know. McJunkin here. Literally feeds veterans, homeless, military 6 days a week. They had barbecue, they had pork, they had brisket, they had pinto beans, they had yeast rolls, They had triple double chocolate cake. They had ooey gooey cake. This man's mission in his life is to feed locally in his community all these people. Dude, ridiculous, McJunkin. He's got a really cool story of why he did it and everything. I know you got a lot of people with you, but dude, you are doing it, man. I mean, had a buddy killed in Beirut in '83. Watched him take his last breath. Guy, all he wanted was something to eat and something to drink. And McJunkin said, my mission is to feed, take care of my brothers, feed the homeless, worked extra money, got a kitchen, and then now is grown, and he uses local people, the Marine Corps League, the VFW, local group communities to feed these guys, man. It's unfreaking believable what he's doing for his community. And that is what talking the talk and walking the walk does. And the man's got a heart and a mission. So you're awesome. And then he throws the food in my face of all this stuff that they bring in. Yeah. John that's legit. That's how we take care of our brothers right there. It's sad when our country will not take care of our brothers and keeps them homeless. But that's what we're here for, to pick up that slack and to help them and to do anything you can. And I know I promote this, and I know I drink it, and I know tell y'all that I've got codes and go buy some and order some. But these guys in my state do the same thing along with another nonprofit organization, local EMS, firefighters, police, veterans, homeless, the whole thing. They take care of them. And I'm telling you, that's why I support them. That's why I push them, because I believe their heart. I believe their mission. And McJunkin, I know I'm getting off on a tangent, but this is so key in today's world. It is so key in today's world. We take care of one another mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever. Dadgummit, if you need something, reach out. Reach out. Please. Grumpy Cat's here. Alex, sorry I went on a tangent. I get very passionate about some things, and that's one thing is that. And I get passionate about, my country and boot camp and 9/11 and war and I don't know, and things like this and veterans and homelessness, and it's just on my heart, and men and missions and kids without fathers, and I get fired up, guys. I know some of you know me and you know what I am, but I'm a protector, I'm a server, and I got that heart, man. You will not, and McJunkin nothing's gonna stop him. Nothing's going to stop these guys. Nothing's going to stop me. I don't know. Jared to tell you. I mean, I know Jared. I know his heart. Meanwhile, illegal immigrants are put up in high-rise apartments on government tax dollars for the homeless citizens and veterans on the streets. 100% agree with you, John. Illegal. Illegal. A lot of these old veterans help out, but in so many other ways, from helping young vets navigate to the VA, operating a helpline, vet suicides. 100%. You do your part. You're doing what you're doing, and you're doing your part. So I don't know, guys. I mean, that's just it's so key. That's so daggum key to me. So that's what fires me up. Oh, it fires me up. But John, you're right. We got one of our brothers here who gives away trained service dogs. That's very cool. I know a local veteran here, retired, that had a service dog. So I know those can be expensive. So I get it. I get it. My great-grandpa was in the Korean War, and he died when I was 3. Alex, he's probably a good man. That's a tough individual. Fellow Wood. I mean, come on, man. Y'all motivating me. But this motivates me, too. Just that generation of warriors in the spirit. Like I said, that's a drill instructor with, looks like a lieutenant. But, yeah, these guys are tough as nails. Try to do a little look at that. I mean, just lean and mean, boy. Lean and mean. There they are carrying those sea bags again. I know I went through that talking about it. I mean, look at this. I mean, their boots are blouse. They're in a little bit different. They're actually marching together. They're drilling. They're in sync. They're ready to go. I saw one mess up. All it is a drill inspection, right? Y'all remember all of this stuff? Could y'all do this stuff still? Could y'all still do it? Some of the facing movements and everything like that? There's a battalion commander's inspection. There you go. There's a battalion commander, lieutenant colonel. Looks like, give me that. There's a captain. He don't know what he's doing. Well, he's a captain. He knows. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're coming to the boot camp graduation. There we go. There's those dress blues for the honor platoon, honor man. These guys were hard chargers, right? Good heavens. That old colonel, captain. And then they're getting a meritorious promotion for different meritorious medal or promotion, dress blues. Back in the time, they would get an article written in the Marine Times about them, whether it's the dress, whether it's a high shooter, whether it's ET, honor grad, there's going to be someone there getting an award. You'll get rewarded for doing a good job. I mean, look at what is being done on this podcast, bringing together vets, young chargers, family members for a good cause. Oh, McJunkin, I appreciate that. Heck yeah. That is all what I'm about. If I can motivate, dedicate it. I got you, brother. I got your back. I got your six. Yeah. So, y'all remember that parade deck in graduation day? Look at this BCG wearing guy. What'd he get? This guy. Dude, all right, Alex. See you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Either way. And so you're getting your EGAs and you're getting your different awards, and this is probably not family day, but hey dude. All right, brother. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, it's just in boot, I maxed on the PFT and third squad leader, promoted to PFC. Same. You had a what? You had an ad? Going to sleep. Get some sleep. Night, Alex. Wait, what? like gym clothes or something? It's wild. But I'm sure that y'all remember that. I mean, this is company high shooter, high PFT. You can see here, even on some of those recruits, they have a PFC. They're meritoriously promoted. So they're getting their promotion certificates. Broken lamp is out. I don't know if Alex was a Marine. So, oh, Potcher, you're getting that on this channel? Please. Anyway, John, you out too, brother? I know you're an hour ahead of me. Good old slick sleeves, baby. But they're getting their meritorious promotions for various reasons. So yeah, PFT, you were a squared away Marine. You had a good high PFT. You were making a difference. You were helping. Yeah, you'll get it. Did I ever tell you that I made the inside of Leatherneck magazine once? I did. I was looking to sell my old 73 Ford Pinto. They listed it. Yeah, right here, the company high shooter and the company high PFT and things like that. They got a letter, Meritorious promoted and inside the Leatherneck magazine. Those are the ones that you saw in the dress blue. The other ones, you just got Meritorious promoted and a handshake from the colonel. So look at the sun on these guys' faces. You know they are summertime Paris Island, just beating down on them, man. So his uniforms are different. Everything's different, but you know you go back to training and mindset of the Marine Corps is not that crazy different. That's just wild just to watch back and look. See ya. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. Thank you a lot. You and John both. I really appreciate y'all's support. I got you. I support y'all. You know that. Semper Fi. So, I mean, there's your platoon. I mean, do not lock your knees. I know, Synthetic Future. How are you? Platoon. He's dismissing his platoon. I can read his lips. Aye, sir. About face. Graduate. You're done. Right? Look at them running. Going to meet their family members. There's Mama. So John and Alkali are married. Husband and wife. Both Marines, by the way. Both Marines, by the way. And here's a family day. Oh, look at. So yeah, so Alkali, Exo, and John, Riot John, husband and wife, both Marines, both combat tours. Awesome people, by the way. Just so y'all know a little bit of history about them. So I really appreciate them stopping in and stopping by and showing some love as well. I remember people always falling out. Drill instructor called it the funky chicken. Yeah, you remember that, Raphael, the funky chicken. Yes. Anyway, there's family day. I wish the other lady that came in, her son is in boot camp and everything. I wish she would have been in here. Family day, you get to sit down and eat with your folks. And I mean, look, you know, even the parents, you know, look, she's having her little cigarette and coffee, right? You know? Oh man. My buddy Alex on Cover Magazines got arrested off it. Junkin. Yep. Do not lock your knees, man. They're not going to stop graduation. They're not going to stop the platoon. They're not going to come check on you. They're going to wait till it's over. Do not lock your knees. You're going to pass out. These days, the Marine Corps is the only branch service worth a dang. You know, there's boot camp wise, yeah, there's a lot of, yeah, it's bad. You're right, it's bad. But there are a lot of good people inside of the Air Force, the Army, the Marine Corps, Coast Guard. I don't know anybody in the Space Force. I don't know anything about them. I'm not going to put them in there. You know, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard. But there's a lot of good people inside those. The boot camp is questionable, but there are a lot of good specialty guys, a lot of good ones, you know. Now, like I said, I'm biased. I do think the Marine Corps is the best, but we are so far with holding up to the standard. I called my family a bunch of nasties when we were on family day. Yes. You looked at everybody as nasty. Oh, nasty. My mom and grandparents took offense to They didn't like that, did they, John? Nasties. Unsat. Unsat. Y'all nasty. Man. I was trying to see. That's pretty much the end of that video. And I got about a few more minutes. We got like 3 more minutes until I kind of planned the time from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 1800 to 2100 for all my military folk. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight and chilling and talking about this era of boot camp and eating with the arms on the side of the table, eating with 2 hands. I was called. We talked about that last night, John, about like the chow hall. We got on the whole Full Metal Jacket thing about eating and jelly donuts, and had to drink with 2 hands, and you know the food came to your mouth. You didn't bend over to your food. Yeah. So, okay, Jake has a question for you. Should he get his first haircut since he started back in school after the holidays? He's about down to his shoulders. All right, so my youngest got a haircut. It was about down to his shoulders, and he got his shaved off. He got like a low fade. Ex-Marine, thank you for Extreme Marine, not ex-Marine. No such thing as an ex-Marine. Extreme Marine. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Night. Yeah. 5-second showers. Man, we got so much. Listen, I got one more night because I go out of town. But tomorrow I'll be alive again. I don't know what time. Pay attention to the socials. Probably around the same time we'll do this. I actually get Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. Or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Come on, dude. Floyd, binge them, baby. Share them, like them. I appreciate all your support and everything. Seriously, we're going to get up to that 100K, and we're going to do it. And me and Potch are going to go to a ball and shave our beards and everything. So, but yeah. So I'll be on tomorrow. I'm going to try to come up with some more. I know we were talking about, I don't know if I give him a high and tight. He's a low fade. He got a low fade for school. I know I wanted to talk about a lot of stuff in Vietnam and how the Marines pray to roll. See, y'all let me know down in some comments or shoot me some stuff on some videos of what y'all want to talk about tomorrow. Like I said, I've got a whole nother night with y'all tomorrow. And then I go out of town. So, dresses. Hunt's Tavern 2025. Did you see what they're building? Oh, thanks, Jared. I appreciate you too. Can't wait for this weekend, brother. It'll be fun. But yeah, I think that's pretty much on Henry. Saying good night too. Probably past his bedtime. Tell Asher I'll see him later. I'll bring crayons. Yeah. Jake wants to let his hair grow until he starts next year for the JROTC. Okay, let it grow, and then once you get to ROTC, take care of it, brother. Zero. John coming out. Yeah, Zero. We're about prepare to mount. We're fixing to prepare to mount this rack and get in bed. What's going to happen over here and get some food because I'm starving. Didn't eat before. But anyway, all right. Let me know tomorrow. Hit me up. Some comments. Tag me. What y'all want to talk about tomorrow? What we can do fun, what we can talk about. I might go into some new age stuff versus old age stuff. I don't know yet. But everybody knows that Zero I know you're not talking about me. All right. Good night, Grumpy. Good night, Potcher, McJunkin, John, Floyd, Raphael. McJunkin will probably be around the same time, to be honest with you. It's tomorrow. I don't even know what tomorrow is. Wednesday? Probably around the same time. If you would, check out the community tab, and I'll let you guys know when I get up. But I'll do it in the morning, so it'll go through. Yeah, shoot me a video, tag me in a comment, do something. I know all you guys' names, and we'll find something to talk about, and we'll get into something, watch the video together. Make sure we're not copyrighted. So, all right. Hey, appreciate it, John. Thanks, dude, for stopping by, brother. Semper Fi. Get some. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Anyway, I'm out, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.